Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good evening, sir. My name is Lisa Aprilia, and on these sessions, I want to presentation about university students, awareness of access to and use of artificial intelligence for learning in Kwara State. Okay, before that, I want to explain about the background of the problem of the article. The student awareness, access to and use of intelligence for learning. In this case, researchers use questionnaire data to obtain information from respondents, and research finds that of the study where that majority of the university students are not aware of artificial intelligence for learning, and there was no significant difference between male and female. Student awareness of the use of artificial intelligence for learning. The study concluded that student ability to explore the digital research, such as all, is dependent on their awareness and access to digital technologies. And a lack of this will result in a lack of use and a lack of a skill to use them. Next, okay, for about this, I want to explain about introductions. Artificial intelligence or all is a device or instrument that is commonly used throughout the world in various cities or campus. Okay. This includes certain technologies such as smartphone, the internet, search engines, various applications, and household appliances. In addition, they are involved in some human-like process to some extent to some extent, and can do some complicated teaching and learning tasks in the world. Therefore, universities are opening up a new age for higher educations. This type of human-machine interactions is a turning point to help people learn and memorize information. There will be some chance in technology applied in education. And then, according being the Gimlems 2009 asserted that the lack of effective access of technical tools also acts as a major barrier to the successful use of technology in educations. Most school and teacher do not have access to tech technical devices such as smart whiteboard and project that can be used in classroom visual reparations. Some institutions do not have enough computers and even lack internet access, which can be of great use in academic research and remote learning. Next method of the research. The approach which is employed during this study is qualitative research because research that use methods, steps, and procedures that involve more data and information obtained from response respondents as subjects who can express their own answer and are willing to obtain a holistic general picture of matter being studied. And then place and time of the research. Okay, the first, please. Place of research surrounding research and conducted at Kwara State Universities, Al Hikmah Universities, and the University from Ilorin. And then for about time of the research will be conducted from researchers to students. Research. Okay, next about population and sample. For our populations, the population for the study consists of students in three universities in Kwara State, the first of all Kwara State Universities, Al Hikmah Universities, and the Universities of Ilorin. And for about the sample size for the study consists of 200 undergraduate students. Proportional sampling technique were used to draw the precise number of the participants from each universities, after which simple random sample technique was used to select 200 respondents out of the total populations in three universities. And next, technique of collecting data. The, the instrument used for this research is a structured questionnaire. And then that about this title is University Students Awareness of Access to and what is it? And the use of artificial intelligence for learning in Kwara State. The questionnaire is a closed-ended type which contains a set of predetermined options to the item present. The questionnaire contains three stations. Station A require the democratic demographic information of the respondent. And then station B ask guided questions to assess student awareness and accessibility of artificial intelligence. And as station C asks questions on student competence in the use of artificial intelligence for learning. For about station B was structure using nominal skill of over, not over and accessible, not accessible question, while section C skill was structure using like skill response modes of high health contents, and then moderately competent, not skill, and then this were presented using three. And then next, finding and discussion. In research findings, the research found the result of a questionnaire to obtain data. The author took from several students there. And then the study found, the study found that the majority of university students are not aware and do not have access to the use of all further learning. This finding could be premised on the fact that all is relatively new to Nigerian learning community, and on the applications of all in education in large credit to the developed countries where most of the students are aware and their research to access them. On the hand, the study have emphasized that the development and adoptions of new learning and teaching technology have grown stability over the past 30 years. But the adoptions in development countries in relatively low. This finding equally support the finding of who state that knowledge about and access to all among students is one of the long-term consequences of increase the emergence of all technology devices for education purpose. And then the research showed that perhaps all is the evolutions of what is termed as smart classroom. There is a departure from the traditional classroom. However, it's largely technology dependent with greater emphasis on large integrations of researches which could be relative and unbelievable to the student, unavailable to the student. And then the finding of the study shows that majority of the university students are not skilled and incompetent in the use of all for learning. This finding corroborates the early finding of lack of awareness and access. It's believed that competence in technology innovations is dependent of the knowledge of availability and access to the technology innovations. And the last is conclusions and suggestions. In, a, in an effort to update ICT into Nigeria education system, the Nigeria government suggested that a regional fiber optic backbone network should be built to ensure high bandwidth availability, universities funding, and program for access to emerging digital technologies such as L. But sadly, the effort have shown no positive outcome, despite the label evidence shown in development countries as regards all integrations in education. All, ha- all has shown capabilities to provide unique knowledge and skill that are good to live the third evolutions era by providing ways to the many call to explore and present information. The study has provided evidence that student ability to explore digital research as all is dependent on their awareness and access to digital technologies. A lack of those will result in a lack of use and a lack of the skill to use them. And our first suggestions in the current era, we should be able to keep up with this time, one of which is technology and education. Okay, maybe that's all from me, and I'm sorry when I make a mistake exactly for about my pronunciations. Okay, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.